Y así arranca un nuevo Es esto la fábrica del día de la fecha, esta sección en donde lo que hacemos es hablar, debatir sobre todo lo que rodea la industria de la música. Y para eso siempre nos rodeamos de diferentes diálogos. Hemos hablado con productores musicales, hemos hablado con iluminadores, con gente que genera festivales y esas cosas, y con músicos, muchos músicos, como es el caso del día de la fecha, donde nos vamos a Sudáfrica para hablar con los amigos de DRONIAC que ya están conectados con nosotros. Hi, my friend, I'm Manu, there is Raulo. Are you listening me good?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah, can hear you guys.
Yes.
Can you hear us?
Excellent, my friend. Okay, I'm gonna leave you with Raulo. He's gonna make the same question we make all bands from all parts of the world. And later, we're gonna talk about the present of DRONIAC, okay?
Cool.
Perfect.
Todo tuyo, mi amigo Raúl.
Perfecto. Sí, we are live. We are going to start with the interview. So please tell us your full name, where are you from, and how old are you?
I'm Tyler from Cape Town. I'm 30 years old.
I'm Vainant Furi. I am also from Cape Town, and I am 35 years old.
I'm Ben Jameson, also from Cape Town, and I'm 29.
29, okay. And can you tell us which is your first memory of you listening to music?
Listening to music.
Wow.
First memory listening to music was probably Cat Stevens on a road trip. I was at the time I was living in Zambia, and we used to do a lot of driving around in the outback. So yeah, whole family in the car, lots of Cat Stevens. Yeah, great times.
I think for me, it must also, because I come from Namibia, and we did a lot of traveling between Namibia and South Africa as well. There's probably also car rides. The first one that comes to mind is Simon and Garfunkel's, I think it was like a greatest hits album.
Yeah. Dads love greatest hits too.
They do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think my one would probably be Thin Lizzy. My dad used to fixed up cars quite a lot, and I remember him always blasting Thin Lizzy. He's a big classic rock fan, so I think that's probably my first memory.
Excellent. And can you tell us which was your first instrument and which was the first song that you learned?
Ooh, first instrument. Funny enough, my first instrument. I play drums in the band, but my first instrument was guitar. And I think the classic, Smoke on the Water was probably the first song I learned. Yeah. But on drums specifically, the first song, geez, I'm trying to remember. It was probably something by Red Hot Chili Peppers, like Californication. I'm a big Red Hot Chili Peppers fan growing up as well, so.
Yeah. For me, it's I picked up the guitar around the age of 15. My dad also played guitar. And I remember he was playing Horse with No Name by America. Mm-hmm. And it's a very easy song, like 2 chords, and I remember there was another guitar lying on the couch, and I was just looking at what he's doing, picked up the guitar, started mimicking him, and he just instantly knew this kid wants to play guitar, man. And next day he bought me my own acoustic guitar, and that was the first song I learned, was Horse with No Name.
Yeah, I think I started on guitar. I must have been 11, maybe 12 when I got my first guitar. And then the first song I learned, I think it was Layla by Eric Clapton. It was the I've always loved that riff. So as soon as I got a guitar, I was like, I need to learn that.
How soon did you figure out that you were left-handed?
Very quickly.
Yeah.
I bought a right-handed guitar, or the guys sold me a right-handed guitar, and I took it home, tried to play it, and I was like, something's not right here, and then had to take it back to the shop and be like, something's not right, please tell me what's wrong. And then the guy watched me play. He's like, okay, you're left-handed, you need this guitar.
Excellent. See, this is a personal question. You can answer if you don't like it, it's okay. It's not the first time that we meet people from South Africa, and they say that in school they have more sports orientated than music. Can you tell us, when you were young, which kind of people do you meet and that kind of things?
Which kind of what?
People do you meet? Because I'm a metalhead, over 40. I have a black t-shirt, you have a black t-shirt, we are friends, okay? So, in your case, how was the when you were young?
I'd say, school for me, it is quite sports focused in South Africa in a lot of the schools, but music is like, it's still everywhere. People love music, people want to learn music. So yeah, I think I was always connected with someone. There was always someone who enjoyed rock or metal or even electronic music. You find the circles, and I think, I don't know, I speak for myself that I have quite an eclectic taste, so I became friends with everyone because, so-and-so, he likes jazz, I fucking love jazz, they like metal, I listen to a bit of metal, so yeah.
Sorry, can we swear on this, or is it rather...
Yes, of course, you can say whatever you want. It's okay. No problem. Sí.
Okay. For me, like, yes, there's a lot of, especially my school where I was in a town called Stellenbosch, and there's a lot of sports. It was very sports-driven school, but that kind of makes, like, when you see the rock and rollers, like, it makes them pop out a bit more, and you just know who your friends are. So that kind of happened. But then what's also interesting, when you start playing music, there's almost this like new halo around you, this new aura around you in the school, and then all of a sudden the jocks wanted to hang out with you because they also want to be in a band and they also want to make music, and it's like you just start becoming friends with everyone because it's music is such a, like you said, like it's such a eclectic thing, universal thing, that connects people rather than divide, and I think that's what also drew me to, or like inspired me to play more music and to get better at the instrument, was to just like connect with more people on that level,
Yeah, I guess it's quite interesting. The schools I went to, they didn't necessarily have like music programs. I did kind of lessons with teachers, but they were usually external. So yeah, I think there's a big kind of focus on sport here in South Africa, and like less of a focus on music, or there's less budget for music after the sports kind of has been met. But I think also one amazing thing about the scene here is everyone is like very connected and very open. So you kind of start playing, and maybe you know one friend who's playing, but then you go and watch a show or something and you bump into a whole bunch of musicians, and everyone's keen to kind of share or introduce you to someone else. I know a drummer you could play with, I know a bass player that could work. So I think that's one nice thing here, especially in the rock scene, is it's so connected. Everyone kind of knows and respects each other. So it's quite easy to kind of meet people here.
Excellent. And you meet a lot of people in social medias, or is restricted Instagram and that kind of things?
Interesting. I mean, we've gotten a few gigs through social media where a venue would reach out, or a band would reach out and say like, hey, we'd love to play a show with you guys. But then generally I feel like it's at the shows where you meet the people, it's going out, it's not always like your show, it's like just going to events and making sure that you show face at these shows that's happening, because it's also, it feels like such a there's such a resurgence in rock music, especially in Cape Town and South Africa, that you want to support that scene, you want to support it going forward, because like you want to keep that flame going,
Exactly.
It's very community based. You go to the events, you make friends with the bands, and then you grow the community.
Yeah, then you play gigs with them,
so on and so forth.
Yeah, and I mean, Ben also runs a studio, so I think you also meet a lot of musicians through recording them and stuff. Yeah.
Wow, beautiful experience. See, and can you tell us which was the first concert that you went?
I needed I think I went to a lot of concerts with my parents, and their music taste is very limited, I'd say.
Ooh, burn.
But the first sort of concert that made an impact on me, that I specifically went and bought a ticket and queued for hours, was to go see Red Hot Chili Peppers when they came down to South Africa. I think that's the one that stands out. I mean, I'd seen lots of local gigs and stuff, but I want to highlight something that was really impactful. Going to a stadium, standing there for hours to watch your favorite band play, that for me was a really impactful moment. It was quite late in life as well.
Yeah, because they came down in 2014, I think.
2013, yeah.
2013, okay. Yeah, I think for me, was a little bit before that. There was this event in Cape Town. It's not a thing anymore, but it was called My Coke Fest. And they used to bring so many international acts. Like the one I went to, I think it was 2007. I was in the 11th grade. No, I was in the 10th grade. Like still a young lad, you know, and there was bands like 30 Seconds to Mars, Kaiser Chiefs, Good Charlotte, Muse, Korn, Chris Cornell played, like so many international acts in one show. I remember that being like one of the first festival experiences that I had, and it really leaving an impact and making me think like, it's also just as I started playing guitar, so it was like, wow, this is what I want to do, like not that I've played any shows that big yet, but hey, we'll get there.
Yeah, no, it's interesting you say the Coke Fest, because my story would have also been an experience from the Coca-Cola Fest. I went in, I think it was 2010, and it was Kings of Leon and Oasis, but I also remember that being so impactful, being there with like thousands of people around you, feeling the energy, but also realizing like, I want to do that. I want to be on that stage someday. That's something that's a goal.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think that really left a big impression on me.
Excellent. And can you tell us how did DRONIAC begin and why you put that name to the band?
The band started with, I'm a solo musician as well, and I was recording, was planning some live videos for my own stuff, and I got Tyler, who I met through just like local jams here in Cape Town. I got him to play drums on those live videos. And then Tyler was the one who told me, hey, dude, we should start a punk band together. And I remember that day like very, very vividly. And I was like, fuck yeah, like a great drummer wants to start a band with me, I'm in, dude. And I haven't made rock music in a long time. So it was also an opportunity for me to get into it. And initially we were just gonna be a two-piece, and we were just gonna make like heavy guitar riffs with drums. And then Tyler eventually was like, hey man, got this guy, and this guy that I've been jamming with for a while. He's really good on the bass, and he's left-handed.
And he
sings and screams really well. Yeah. I think he would slot right in. And then we met up with Ben, and it was like a few months after we started jamming together. That must have been, I remember the group we created, the WhatsApp group was created in June 2025.
Yeah, last year.
Or July actually. So it's like, it's been a year now that we've been playing, and in that time we've written and recorded a 16-track album. We're releasing we've released 6 singles, but we're planning the whole album release now as well. And yeah.
And the name?
The name.
I think.
Yeah, I guess like I've always kept a list of like band names. Whenever I think of an interesting word or somebody says something funny, I'll write it down. So I've got a list of like 50 names, and DRONIAC was kind of one of those names on the list. I think thinking of it, there was a TV show on in England that I used to watch as a child called Brainiac. I think was kind of combining drones and that TV show in a way, I guess.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just sort of a made up word that I thought of at some point and wrote it down.
I'm so glad, because I really suck at band names, and we were trying for so long to just come up with something. You don't even want to hear the initial idea.
The ones that didn't stick.
It's like I was really far out. But when I saw that name, like when you sent that name through, I was like, that's really like symmetrical. It looks cool. I think we can do something cool with the logo. It's just like, it was short, one word. I love a one-word name, and also like specifically a name that no one else is gonna have, because it's a made-up word. And because I've struggled in the past with my own music releases, where my music would get released under someone with the same name, and then it's just a whole complicated thing to get your music onto your own profile. So yeah, like having a unique name was really important to all three of us, I think, and DRONIAC just stuck.
Excellent.
So Weinar, you are not a all rock guitarist, you know? Because I love Get Out, and you have a lot of many riffs. You are a riff man, but you are not a riff guitarist for all of your life.
Well, I was in a rock band from 2018 till 2021 called Indica Black, and that was very much like Queens of the Stone Age, stoner rock type stuff, but I was the third guitarist, so it was very much I'm in the background just coloring in stuff. I grew up listening to a lot of rock, and specifically in high school I started playing guitar, playing metal, so like when I figured out distortion, I was like, hell yeah. So there's a lot of those roots, but I think when I started writing music for myself, because I couldn't find a singer that would just stick around, I was like, oh, let me just sing. And I didn't really have that power behind my voice, so I started drifting a bit more to like more laid back, chill pop music, because it just sat a bit better, and it's also what I started listening to more. And the rock kind of took a little bit of a back burner, but it never left me. Like whenever I jam guitar on my own, I'm always like shredding and like trying to find a new sound and like how much distortion can I add to this, But once the band started, like I bought myself a fuzz pedal, I bought myself an octaver, I went full in to I was like, okay, rock, I missed playing this, And I think it's also interesting. Sorry, I'm talking a lot, but I think the location where you consume music is always determines what kind of music, for me at least, I want to listen to. And I've realized that the stuff I make on my own isn't necessarily the stuff I want to watch live. It's stuff I would listen to in my bedroom, but when I go out and I go to a show, I want to feel energy. I want to see a mosh pit going. I want, and I was like, how can I make that? And that's kind of, I guess, like a lot of the songwriting was keeping the audience in mind in that sense as well. Like we want to make something that's a fun experience live. But I hope that answers the question.
For me, it's a mix of Incubus and 311, the band. Mm-hmm. You like Incubus? Incubus, I don't know how to say. You know that band?
Incubus, yeah.
Incubus. Oh, it's a mix of 311 and Incubus. And I knew that someone there is a Red Hot Chili Pepper fans. I don't know why. It's the taste says.
Well, I'll say this: Incubus is one of my favorite bands. Mike Einziger is one of my biggest influences. Yeah. So I'm glad glad that influence comes through.
They are incredible. And can you tell us something about the recording process?
Yeah, sure. Do you want to start?
I guess I mean, we kept it quite simple. We did everything in-house. We wanted to try to keep it budget-friendly. I mean, Ben is a fantastic engineer, and Vainant as well is also a fantastic engineer and producer, both of them. So, with all the talent in the band, we were like, let's cut costs. We don't need to hire a big studio. We don't need to hire all these external people. We can do it ourselves. And we sort of planned a week or 10 days last year around, when was it, October?
Yeah.
Ben's family have a house sort of down the coastline here in South Africa in a place called Wilderness. I mean, beautiful. In the middle of the valley.
Close to a river.
You can't see any houses.
Baboons all around.
Yeah, baboons all around. It's like you are just isolated in this beautiful little valley. And we went out there with our instruments and we spent 10 days and we just recorded as much as we could. I think we got
most of the drums.
All the drums were done and the song templates were done. And, a lot of the bass, a lot of the guitar was sort of structured out with all the songs were very well demoed out with final drums on them. And then from there, it was just a quick process of everyone at home doing their last little bits. Mm-hmm. I mean, it was a beautiful experience to just sort of take the time, go out there, bash the songs out, be together as a band. We played a lot of cards, we played a lot of backgammon, cooking for each other. That wholesome shit of you're a band, but you're also fucking friends.
Yeah,
and we all love each other. It was a great time to just sort of make awesome music together and be a little family for a couple of weeks.
Wow.
I don't know if you guys want to expand on that.
Well, yeah. So after that weekend, once we had the templates down, I have a whole setup here at home. So I just tracked all the guitars and with this album, because I was mixing and mastering everything, I was doing a lot of deep dive research into rock mixing and because I haven't mixed rock in a long time, and I wanted to sound kind of organic and raw, but also modern and clean, you know. So because I love a good polished sound, you know. So the drums was a big thing. We recorded everything on an E-kit. So
cheating.
But you know, when you do everything yourself, you try and find the ways to make something sound the best that you can. And I used Addictive drums to really bring out that rock feel, and they've got great samples on Addictive drums. And then for the guitars, just like making it sound as big as possible, because it's like the main melodic or like harmonic frequency. Yeah. But then I think also with Ben's bassing, he's got such a colorful style of bass playing, and especially in a 3-piece, it's so important for the bass to also be its own instrument and not just fill in the root notes, you know, like. And I think Ben's got such a great ear for that. Like I don't have to tell this guy what to do at all. Like he just comes up with the most crazy.
I think it's also nice being a 3-piece because it allows me to have so much more space to be able to do things. Like if it was a bigger band, if there was 2 guitar players or something, then I'd need to think a lot differently, play a lot simpler. But with this kind of stuff, there's space to explore and add a bit extra. So
100%, yeah. And this.
Self-made, baby.
Self-made, fully independent. So like I said, a 16-track album dropping. I think we're aiming for 6th November because we're planning a whole album launch around it. We've got a big music video planned for that one as well. But super excited for people to actually hear that music.
Excellent, terrible. Sí. Nice story. Sí. And it's I'm a bass player, and I always play in 3-part. It's excellent. See, you are more free. You can play whatever you like. It's easier for me. See, can you tell us what do you think? You're a producer and you mix and that kind of things. What do you think about artificial intelligence?
Hate it. Absolutely hate it. No, I think, look, AI has its place. In some fields, you know, as a tool, but not in music. I think like I don't know. There was an artist I started listening to. Maybe I shouldn't badmouth anyone, but I found out that they were an ambassador for like a big AI music company, and it just instantly put me off this artist. And like they were saying, like they use it as a tool to create demos, and then they'll re-record the actual instruments in studio. But I'm like, you're still furthering technology that's blatantly stealing from musicians and giving no credit to musicians, giving no royalties to musicians. You know, it's theft. It's literal theft and
soulless.
And also the problem is Spotify and these companies are getting flooded with AI music. And I mean, the rumors are out that these companies even hire or like make their own AI music to upload and to kind of saturate the market so that the money pool gets diluted and more money goes to them and less money goes to the artist. And it's just evil. I think it's evil. I don't like it. I don't stand for it. I don't know what your guys' take is on it.
It's okay. You are free to speak. This radio is about that. To have the chance to speak whatever you like. It's okay.
Mm-hmm. I don't know what your take is on it.
Yeah, I guess it's interesting. Like, I think, like Venon's saying, it can be a useful tool, but that's what it needs to be, a tool within the process rather than something creating a complete thing. And I think that's something very obvious with like AI music is when you hear it, it's missing something. It's missing like that human feeling. And there's a few artists who I've worked with in studio who have kind of brought stuff along that's been AI generated, and it's a weird kind of experience. It's very inhuman, I guess. So I think, it has a lot of positives. I think for songwriting and stuff, it can be a very useful tool for like sparking ideas and things, but when it ends up being the main thing that's generating the piece of art, then that's when it kind of becomes detrimental to art. And I think in the music scene, there's or like the music space, the AI has a big impact on a lot of stuff. But I think for original music, that's something that AI can't really take over in a way. Like original stuff that humans are writing and creating, art itself. It's something that AI really can't replicate the way a human makes it. So
yeah, and I think it is interesting how it's affecting the whole ecosystem, because I feel like in a way it's doing a lot of good things for music, because now artists are like pushing to be more authentic, more a little bit more raw, and come up with interesting ways to produce the music or to make the music not sound like it's been just generated by a computer. And it's almost like authenticness and vulnerability and rawness have become more valuable because of this whole saturation of the market. And that to me, I guess, is something that you can take away from it. And I think also that the live music scene has gotten a bit of a bump, because that's like AI will never be able to replace that. You know, it's like just going out and seeing a musician play live. It's like, okay, wow, this is what we're here for. And I think I heard the analogy somewhere where it's like, imagine finding out the statue of David was 3D printed, you know, like it would just remove all value of what that was, you know, like the time, the effort, the soul, the energy, the pain that went into making this piece of art is just gone now, and what's left.
It's excellent. I was drunk in Italy, in Rome, and really drunk, and I watch all the art that is in Rome, really, and I say, it can't be possible this. It is exactly, and someone told me, wait, when the Romans were, and in the medieval area, they start producing art at 12 or 16 years. And that is the explanation of the amount, and you know. Wow. But see, it changed a lot, and I think that is music after COVID, and it's now it's music that is not AI thing, you know. It's strange what is going on now. It's really strange.
Yeah.
Manu,
you have a few videos in your YouTube channel, but all have your own identity. I love the Get Out video. My first question was, in Cape Town, every bathroom is so big that a band can play inside. I can imagine that. But how do you manage the videos?
The videos were like, it's interesting. We wanted to really cut costs, you know. Like we literally just I think bought food. So I live in the house where the bathroom is. This is my house. It's literally right there. Like I can see the entrance to it. But yeah, so we just literally bought my housemate a meal, and she would film us with her phone. She's not even
on my phone.
On his phone, on his iPhone, and then we just put a nice, almost like VHS type filter over it. You know, I've been doing video editing for quite a long time now as well. Before, alongside music, that was a big part of my income was doing video editing as well. So I've got that experience and that background. With the music videos, we really just wanted to put stuff out visually, because we know how important that is in today's age, you know, and I guess also we wanted to show you don't need a big budget to make something that's just cool and just that shows the band performing and having some fun and being a little bit creative with it, you know, being in an interesting space. For our music video Far Away, we did the whole thing in a car, you know, and I thought and we didn't even have someone to film that. The end someone filmed for us, but in the car we were just filming each other, you know, and it's you can really push for those kind of things. And I think, you know, my main occupation at the moment is I'm a YouTuber, so I understand the value of YouTube content and pushing that content, which is also why we actually started a reaction channel with the band called DRONIAC Reacts, and that channel is it's gotten 2,000 subs now, and it's monetized, and it's a different way for us to also make income for the band to then feel the band, and eventually maybe spend some more money on music videos so we can go bigger scope. But you know, like I think it's just about taking those little steps and building it slowly and surely, but making sure that you're releasing stuff and making sure that you're like creating content. Doesn't matter what it is, like just make something and make it human, and don't use AI.
Yeah. I think we wanted to make them fun in a way, and make it enjoyable for the viewers as well. Like seeing Bainant in a bathtub with cucumbers on his eyes. I mean, that's pretty funny. You know, that's, you know, talk about clickbait and all of that sort of thing, you know.
Yeah, and like working on little skits.
Working on little skits. And I think in the beginning when we first started shooting the videos, we're like, where can we shoot these videos? Like, where can we go that's not going to cost us any money? And that's going to be an interesting place, you know. There's not many, or at least I haven't seen many music videos where the drummer's sitting on the toilet with a drum kit and Bainant's in a towel and Ben's brushing his teeth, and it's, I don't know, I feel like, you know, we're very serious about our craft, but in some way we also want to be playful and not so serious, and to show that we're just a couple of guys that would like to have fun, and you know, you can expect that when you come to our shows, that we're just going to be a couple of guys rocking out. We leave the cucumber at home normally, but yeah.
Perfect. See, we hope that we have new songs released and that kind of things. You say that in November you are going to launch your album. Please send all the material to us. We are going to see we want to participate that, and the songs of the band is we are going to play them in our regular radio programs. You know, see, perfect. See, I'm a big fan of Incubus. Manu didn't know that. See, I'm a big fan of Incubus. And I like
and I love your riff. I love your riff.
The riffs and that kind of things. You have a space, you know, in your music, and we really like it. Just to finish the interview, we have a nice time with you. Just to finish the interview, we are going to play "Far Away." It's my favorite song. So, can you tell us what did that song represent to you?
Far Away. It's a song about going into a long distance relationship or meeting someone far away, and then having to, like, maybe you're on holiday or you've traveled and now you've realized this was a short-lived experience, and coming to terms with that, I guess, a little bit. That's what the song kind of represents lyrically, but musically, yeah, I don't know.
Bainant does a lot of the lyrics, and as a classic drummer, I pay very little attention to them. But it's quite a funny song, because before we went in and recorded all these songs, it was probably the one that I think as a band we were struggling with the most to make sense of. Like, the riff was kind of interesting. It kind of starts in a place that doesn't quite make sense. I mean, especially in the demo phase, we were like, where's the one? Everyone's thinking the one is somewhere else, you know, the classic thing in a band. And I don't know, something happened in the recording process, and everything just came together. And all of a sudden, at the end, once you'd finished the vocals, I was like, holy shit, this is a beautiful song, and it makes so much sense now. But it was like, in my head, in the process, in those weeks that we were away recording, I was like, yeah, it's the whatever song, you know, I didn't think it was that impactful, and I struggled with it recording it as well.
It's also like the song that I think took a long time to write, but it's also one that we were all very much involved in with the writings, because with a lot of the songs, I'll come up with like a song idea, bring it to the boys, and then we kind of just work on it from there. But with this one, I had the riff and a bit of a vocal melody, and that was it. And then we kind of, I know that whole chorus section, that groovy funky chorus, that was just a jam that we did after the thing. And then the whole middle section was also just like another piece of music that I had that was in a whole nother time signature as well, that I just took the chords from, and I was like, oh, this works with the song, and it's like interesting and jazzy, and it creates this nice little bridge. And then you, in the recording, just start doing all this crazy drum stuff, and you were like, now I was just messing around and like, dude, keep that in. That's cool. like I dig that, you know. So I think in that sense, it's very much a collab. One of the songs I feel is the most collaborative out of all the songs. Like everyone just adding their flavor, and I mean your bass just
your bass is amazing.
It just lays down so much. Like I feel like the guitar is very airy and loose, and your bass gives it the solid foundation. So
yeah, I think it's also, at least for me, like one of my favorite ones to play live as well. Like it's one that's.
He also sings some amazing harmonies.
I know it's a bass song. Sorry for that. It's a bass song. Sorry for that. See, it happens.
Excellent.
You know. See, you're a three-piece, so you can take the riff and the vocals, but you're a three-piece, so it can go everywhere in every part. Thank you for your time. It's been a pleasure to speak with you. See, and we keep in touch. Okay. In November, please send to us all the new stuff. Okay.
New material.
Thank you guys very much.
Thank you so much.
Bye bye.
Bye,
Nice to
my
meet you. Bye-bye.
Llévatelo, Raúl, todo tuyo.
She knows it, it's over in the end. We connected, I was more than just a friend. But it's done, she knows it, she knows it, hey. It's done, she knows it, she knows it, hey. It's done, she knows it, she knows it, hey. It's done, she knows it, she knows it. So far away, I'm far away. No, I don't wanna give my fears up. Yeah, it's too much when you live so far away. I'm far away. No. Let's be honest, this was never gonna last. As long as she knows it, the moments in the past. If I could reach you, I would do it in a flash. But it's done, she knows it, she knows it, hey. It's done, she knows it, she knows it, hey. It's done, she knows it, she knows it.